How has the trial and error process shaped your entrepreneurial career choices?
So it's made me more comfortable to take risks. And I think the more risks you take, you become much more comfortable taking them again and again, because a lot of times they work, a lot of times they don't work. So, but you never know until you try. So when I first started thinking like an entrepreneur, it's scary because whenever you're in a normal job, you're kind of told these are your parameters. This is your goal. This is what you need to do, and you're given the steps a lot of times on how to get there. I think as an entrepreneur, that it's just like you got wavy lines. You have no definition. And so you have to take all of these risks and just figure things out for yourselves. And it's like you're jumping in head first, or you're diving in head first, and it's so unclear. And you like to feel that security that that something definite is going to happen, or so. But I think it's kind of exciting too, like not knowing where something's going to lead. So like, for example, like these cooking contests, they're I wouldn't say there's so much of a risk, but I think, for example, this one last night that I was in for Sterling, I risked making a complete fool out of myself. You were in front of a lot of influential people, and there was no turning back. I entered this contest. I knew I was going to be out of my comfort zone, which, by the way, I've come to enjoy being out of my comfort zone. Yeah. It's actually a kind of cool feeling. Like it's very, I kind of thrive in that kind of a situation. But, last night I got that pit in my stomach. What if this all goes wrong? What if I didn't plan enough? There was stuff at risk there because there were a lot of food media there. And my Twitter handle was out there and people knew who I was. So, luckily it worked out well. But, or like when I was on the Food Network that one time, I was on national television. They could have completely edited words together to make it look like I said something that I didn't say because I had signed over my life to the Food Network. Right. So, but it's like nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you don't take a risk, or if you don't try for something, then you're not going to get it. They're not going to come and knock at your door. It's kind of like when people, when you have a success, not everybody's happy for you. But then you'd like to think everyone is, but not everyone is. So my response to that person is, okay, so, did you try? Show me the thing that you did that, tried for the same thing. And usually they didn't even try. They just want to be the person that scoffs at you for doing well at something that you did try.